Okay, so today was the final day of orientation, and I promise this will be the last day of outlining my day-to-day activities. Because the purpose of this podcast is to focus on my course notes and material, and so I don't want to focus so much on what I'm doing rather than on what I'm learning. But I think there's still some things to learn from sharing the day-to-day of orientation, because those are some experiences that you may also have that are similar. But because today was the final day of orientation, it was quite short so that we can go off and get studying, and that's what I'm doing right now, especially right after this. I have a lot of reading to do, and so I'll be doing these last 2 episodes about orientation, and then I'll start focusing on my legal research and my reading for civil procedure and torts. And my goal is to finish those readings today before leaving the school. But today during orientation, and there were 3 things that we really did. We had our integrated study group, which is called ISG. As far as I know, Drake is pretty unique into having ISGs. What they do is they take our section of about 50 or so students, and they break them into groups of 10 that study together, meet together once a week, so that you can get a feel of how everything is going. And you meet with a 2L, at least our ISG leader is a 2L. So we did that. We talked about the syllabus. We talked about taking notes and briefing, and we covered a case. But most of that was pretty much a review. But because we covered a case, I'm going to go over that, and that's what the other episode of today is going to be about. So additionally, after the ISG group meeting, we went and toured the Iowa Supreme Court building, and we talked to several of the Supreme Court clerks. And this is something that's really exciting for me because I want to do a clerkship. I don't know if I want to do a clerkship federal or state yet. Both sound very interesting to me. I think ultimately my goal would be to do federal, very high up, if possible. But if not, I think state would also be very beneficial. All of the law school clerks there are very professional looking, they look energetic and excited to do their job, and most of them were just hired on like 2 days ago. But so we toured the Iowa Supreme Court, learned a lot about the clerks, how to get a clerkship, what to do, preparing for such an activity, and then how the court system in Iowa tends to work. So those are the things that we focused at the Iowa Supreme Court tour. Finally, we went and came back here, and then we had our oath, which is pretty much saying that we will be professional, that we will maintain our honor as attorneys, as law school students, to make sure that we keep things feeling good, and for both you and your clients and the community in general, to keep that prestige there. It was kind of touching, actually. I wasn't expecting to be touched by taking that oath, but it was pretty cool. Like I said, today was a much shorter day. We didn't cover any content or have any lectures, which was kind of a relief because I am ready to start studying. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Law Schoolers. Before I let you go, there are 4 things I want to say. The first thing is, if you enjoyed these episodes and if you enjoyed the website, I would invite you to go and join Law Schoolers Pro. And you can do that by going to lawschoolers.com/join. It's a way for you to support us, but there's also a lot of features there that I think you will enjoy. Second thing is that nearly all of our episodes are unedited. The only ones that aren't are pre-law materials, and the reason for that is so you can actually see the legal material in its raw form as I'm learning it as well. The third thing is that the information contained in these episodes are specifically only for educational purposes. They're not to be used as legal advice, and with that, the fourth thing is, if it is used as legal advice, we are not liable. That is, law scholars is not liable for any legal outcomes. Thank you again for enjoying the show. Have a good one.